Okay, welcome my viewer. Good morning. How are you? This is Romy TV Africa. Happy Mashujaa's Day. You tell us how you're feeling and who is your hero, who is your Shujaa today. I am your host Regina Mwangi, and today I have my female colleague here.
I'm Sharon. Welcome to Newspaper Review. I want to wish you a happy Mashujaa Day, and I think you should all tell us your heroes today. Yeah.
Okay, welcome to Wednesday. Is it Wednesday?
No, it's on Thursday.
Welcome to Thursday Newspaper Review, and we start with our first story. Miguna arrives in Nairobi. Lawyer Miguna, who has been exiled from Kenya since 2018, has landed in Nairobi. He arrived at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport aboard a Kenya Airways plane. He was deported following his role in the swearing-in of opposition chief Raila Odinga as the People's President in January 2018. Before we continue, I understand our hero is back. To whoever he's the hero to, he's back. He arrived yesterday at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and it has been around 2 years, from 2018 to. Are those 2 years or 3 years?
Actually, 4 years.
So how do you think about this story?
I think why he has come at this time, it's because it's the Mashujaa period. And I think to him is a Shujaa because we have seen that in Kenya, no one has ever been bold to sworn in a president that has been defeated. I think that's where his heroity comes in. Yeah?
Okay, yesterday at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, he had a brief talk, and he said he thanked his supporters who turned up in large numbers to vote for Mr. William Ruto. And then he also said he'll follow up numerous court orders that were granted but disobeyed by former administration. He also said that he's going to take charge of all those who contradicted and violated his rights.
Yeah.
Because we remember the way he was tortured, he was dragged and deported even without knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was against his will. So he said yesterday that all those who violated his rights as a person are going to be administered to accordingly, according to the law. So I think he's going to take the matters to the court.
Yeah. In that story, do we have a question? What happened between Raila and Miguna, and that now he's supporting Ruto and he's thanking the voters that came out to vote for our current president? Could be there maybe some misunderstanding between him and Raila?
I think there is no misunderstanding. What happened was betrayal from Mr. Raila.
Okay.
Because formerly they were friends, and he's the one who was supposed to lead the swearing in. You remember the time when Uhuru Kenyatta was supposed to be sweared in, and then Raila was rebellious and said he's going to swear himself in to be the people's president. Yeah. And it is Miguna who was to take charge, who was in charge of that swearing in. Yeah. So I think that is where, then when Uhuru Kenyatta became the president, that is when he was deported. Mr. Raila betrayed him. They deported him because they thought he was going to be rebellious, he was going to attack the government. So instead of supporting him and staying with him, they deported him to Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what happened. So after him going back there, he realized he was betrayed. He realized his rights were violated because he was even taken there without his consent. He was dragged and then found himself in Canada. So I think when he went there, he realized that they betrayed him. And that's why now he decided to switch to Mr. Ruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is when they became allies now. Because again, you cannot continue being friends with someone who betrayed you.
And these are called political games.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't blame anyone.
But I think Raila is a bad man because for 4 years someone has been exiled to another country.
Imagine.
He has been prevented from coming back home where he belongs to. I think that was so unfair for him. 4 years, that's a long time, man.
But you voted. He came to vote.
He did not come.
He
voted in form of diaspora. He did not come back. Since he was deported, this is the first time he's coming back. He has tried on several times to come back, but the government has been stopping him.
Okay.
So I think now that the government is on his side, we have Mr. William Ruto. I think that is why now he's back. He was able to come back. So I think all gratitude is back to William Samoei Ruto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say welcome to the country because here is where he was born.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. On another story, 2 men who dragged gang raped schoolgirl found guilty. On the cold morning of May 30th, a man woke up his 16-year-old to prepare for her school. At around 6:30 a.m., she left for Kashmir village home on Lamu Island for school. On her way, she broke a twig from a tree to use as a toothbrush, but never made it to class. It's a few meters from home that she was attacked by 3 men who gang raped her. You know, she had been defiled and dumped at Shella Beach with her hands and feet bound with cloth and her mouth stuffed with a piece of cloth. Now, on Lamu court, this girl, when she went to report the case, she said that she recognized attackers, said Ms. Mzebunu, who is referred as Zero in their community, and Abdul Rahman, who is referred as Goris. He said that he recognized these 2 men, but he did not know the third one.
Okay, it's a very sad story. Keeping in mind that Lamu, the law, I think the security is not so tight, but at the same time, I don't see the purpose of that's a big adults going to attack that a small school girl.
Yeah.
So I think the woman rights should be followed here. I think we are violating the women rights, and justice should be shown upon this girl.
So the good thing is that the suspects were arrested and charged with gang defilement, contrary to Section 10 of the Sexual Offence Act. But again, when they were taken to court, the Daily Nation tells us that they denied the claims. But again, after several investigations, they were found guilty and they will be sentenced today, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the law has done a good thing. Yeah.
But the third one is still not yet known because they were 3, but the girl recognized these 2 who were found guilty. I think that is really a sad story. A 16-year-old girl is around
Form 1,
Form 2. So I think a full grown man with a beard. I wonder where you find the audacity to gang rape a school-year-old girl. That is so bad, and thank you. I hope you'll be sentenced and you'll enjoy your time in jail.
I think the 2 culprits should be able to come and tell the 3rd culprit so that it can also be jailed.
Yeah, true. On some other interesting story, developer fights to save 2 billion shillings to acquire land from grabbers. A real estate company has asked a court to block 4 companies from allegedly grabbing its 2 billion shillings property in Nairobi. The land is located in Ruaraka Industrial Area adjacent to Moi International Sports Center in Kasarani. So this is about land grabbing.
I think land grabbing, it has been there for many years. And it happens that those people are rich. They want to take land from those people who are not rich, maybe they are not well up, because they know even if they go to the court, they're in a position to win. Yeah. So that's why they take that advantage to grab their land and invest on them, which is not a good thing. I think the law should come in so that they can be taken to court, maybe so that the truth can be known if the land was acquired illegally or it was acquired legal. So that's, I think justice should be found there.
Yeah, because 2 billion shillings, it's a lot of money to just assume.
Yeah.
So I think they should really fight for this, and I hope their land will be brought back.
Yeah.
Okay, now to some related story with land grabbing. Yesterday, the Cabinet Secretary nominee for Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Zakaria Njeru, was being vetted yesterday. We saw it around in the evening. And he said he will deal with land grabbers. So he said that he will go for individuals that grabbed public land to put up investments. And he said also he has vowed to address the country's land historical injustices and land grabbers in the country if approved by parliament. Yesterday I watched that story of Zakaria Njeru, and he was being asked what he'll do differently. Now, because we have seen most of the cases, we have seen formally, the former CS team was there in seat, and we saw a lot of land grabbing cases. So yesterday he was being asked what he'll do differently from others, and he was saying he will not sit on the issues, but he will try to implement what he's supposed to implement. So what do you think about that?
Okay, I think this is not the right time to start telling us stories, what we will do. We want to see the actions. Because this thing has been there for many years, CSS have been there for long, and nothing has happened. So I think this time, Mr. President choose the right person in this department, so that the human rights cannot be violated again.
I pray he will do his job, and he will fulfill all the promises he has made to Kenyans. That is, if vetting goes well, of which I believe it will go well, because this is Kenya, and there is nothing like CS vetting. There is just some little thing being formed to fool Kenyans, but already the CSs are there in seats. So the vetting is just to pretend they're following the law.
And of course, I think corruption should end, because we have seen many cases that where maybe a group or a company is grabbed a land, but when it comes to the court, they are not given back their land because of corruption thing. So I think they should even work on that, because the law should also be told that corruption should end, so that I think everyone should be able to acquire his or her property.
True. Thank you for your sentiments. Now we go to another defilement case. Today it seems a lot of defilement has happened, because now this is another defilement case. Now, secondary school teacher in 1 week accused of defiling a Form 2 student. Now, the mother, police in Ekerenyo, Nyamira County, are holding a secondary school teacher after he was busted in his bedroom with a Form 2 student from his school. Now, the mother is said to have reported to the police that the 15-year-old daughter had been in an affair with Wesley Angika Asira, who is 28 years and also referred to as a mathematics and physics teacher, for some time. So the mother was saying that it's not the first time, but they have been having an affair with this teacher. Now, first, I'm wondering, okay, it is against the law to sleep to defile or have an affair with an under 18, that is a school girl. It is wrong. So, but again, I have to blame the girl, because the mother had been seeing them having an affair. That means the girl is okay with this. Now, is this defilement, or is this just an affair which is agreed between two people? Because this is not rape. They have been having an affair.
I think that is not rape. Maybe they have a thing because they have been told they have been doing this not the first time. So I think that at this time we should not blame the teacher. We should blame both the student and the teacher. Because I think the student is the one who is, I think he has no behaviors. Because how can you go and sleep with your teacher? Hata kikufunza, imagine you won't understand anything. So I think their justice should be on. I think both of them should face the justice.
But again, according to the law, the teacher is the one who is going to be sentenced, is the one that is going to be accused, because he knows the law, and the law says you should not have an affair with an under 18, because she is not yet an adult. And to be precise, this is your student, and you're still going ahead with your big brains having an affair with this small girl.
But I think the secondary school girl has the brains to know what is right and what is wrong. So saying that only the teacher will be accused, I think it's not fair. Because I think that girl has made a decision to have an affair with that teacher. So I think even the girl, I think maybe there are jails for under 18.
Okay, so you think the girl should also be prisoned?
Should also be punished. Even if she will not be in prison, maybe she'll be punished in one or other way.
Okay. Now, to some other political news, Meru MCA's walk out on Governor Kawira Mwangaza during her inaugural address of the House. Police were forced to lob tear gas canisters as supporters of Governor Mwangaza and the MCAs hurled stones at each other. Now, Mrs. Mwangaza was saying, I have done my part to come to the assembly, but they walked out on me. I will not be caught by MCAs who want underhand deals instead of working for the Mwananchi. I'm out to fight cartels that continue to prefer county resources, she said. Then on the response, we had Mr. Mawira, who is also a leader there, was saying the governor doesn't respect anyone because it is believed she walked in the assembly without protest. She walked without order. You know, Mr. Mawira was saying you cannot come into assembly without, like a thug. You cannot come in like a thug. There's some protocol that is supposed to be followed, and he was saying the governor did not respect anyone. So I think, do we blame the governor? Do we blame the MCS? Because there seems to be a misunderstanding between the two parties, and practically they can't work for the county government or for the county people with these disagreements.
Well, I would say, I think it's very early to start seeing such dramas. Even half of the 5 years, as if it's not even near, and the Mwananchi is expecting the MCAs to be in good terms with the governor so that they can take care of their county. So I think it's not a good picture to the Mwananchi that woke up that day to go and vote for them.
Yeah.
So I think they should come up, at least have one unity in the assembly, so that at least they can show the Mwananchi that there is hopes of doing something new. Yeah.
The governor on the same story was saying that these MCAs wanted were asking personal gains from the governor. But again, on response to that, there is one person, Mr. Mawira, who was saying the MCAs, when they come to the governor, when they come to point out some issues to the governor, they are not coming because of personal gains. They are coming because of county issues, and they want to work with the governor. Now the governor, on the other hand, is not respecting them. Now because she's the boss, she feels like she's not supposed to work with these those who are the juniors.
I think that is just an excuse saying that they want their personal gains. Because I think the MCs are there so that they can fight for the needs of I think the least people in the community. So I think she's supposed to listen to them, by the way, so that you can know if they want personal gains or they want to assist other people. Yeah.
Okay, now you go to the comment section and tell us what you think about that, because we are not sure of this story. We don't know if the governor is wrong, we don't know if the MCs are wrong, but it seems there is a disagreement here which we do not really understand. So you go there to the comment section, tell us what you think about that. Some environmental news, Environment and Forestry CS nominee Sopian Tuya has ruled out the possibility of reintroduction of the Shamba system in the country's indigenous forest. She said practice of the Shamba system would be permitted in commercial forests, but only for reforestation, whereby you plant trees but you replace them also. You cut trees and you replace them. So what do you think about this issue? And formerly we had seen the DP Gachagua coming back with the same story of the Shamba system, saying that we have so many lands which are just left there, which do not have work, so they were supposed to reintroduce some Shamba system. What do you think about this?
I think it's a good initiative, bearing in mind that Kenya has been experiencing short rains for, I think, a couple of years now. I think it will help to the citizens to have at least food to sustain them during the drought periods, and more, they can even farm and to a point that they can be able to sell to other countries, which will be we will have our own money now to cater for maybe the debt that we have as Kenya.
Okay, we have now some Kiambu stories. We have 61 cholera cases confirmed following Kiambu wedding health ministry says. Ministry of Health has confirmed 61 cholera cases recorded in 6 counties around the country following a wedding festival held in Kiambu County where 31 cases were reported. Now, other counties which have been said to have this cholera outbreak, we have Nairobi, which have 17 cases, Murang'a 1 case, Kajiado 2 cases, Nakuru 2 cases, and Uasin Gishu 8 cases. And I believe cholera is an acute diarrhea illness caused by infection of the intestine with Vibrio cholerae as a syndrome, stains belonging to 2 subgroups, which is 01 and 0139.
I think this cholera is coming because I think there is no good. I think there are no clean waters.
Yeah.
Clean water in our counties, because I think at this time we are experiencing lack of water, maybe good food. That one will cause some people to go and look for water that is not even disinfected and which is not healthy for their body. So I think our country, our government should look upon helping those counties, and also we have the World Health Organization. At least it should help.
Yeah. Plus, I believe cholera is brought by that mostly.
Yeah.
When you observe personal hygiene, then trust me, cholera will not come near you. It is all about hygiene, because these are diseases, the likes of typhoid. These are diseases just brought by that. If you observe personal hygiene, then I believe cholera will be out of the way.
I think even people should embrace boiling water, drinking water that has been disinfected.
Yeah.
Yeah, to reduce.
Yeah. Now to some short analysis of today's newspaper. We have seen cases. We have seen mostly today we have talked about defilement.
Yeah.
Because mostly today we have seen like 2 cases about defilement, and one it was about gang rape for a very young 15-year-old, and then we have seen a secondary school teacher with a student. Do you think this is an act that the government should get involved with and should be punishably and very hugely punished to those who are found guilty?
Yeah, I think they should be taken an action, because I think mostly teachers there have been several cases of raping their students, and it's not the first time. So I think and then people should know their worth. Because I don't see how an adult can go and accuse on a student. It's not even fair, it's not good, it's not even good, it's not pleasing. So I think the government should take an action, and also personally one should know his worth to avoid this.
And I think it's all about men. If you cannot really control your desires, please don't go to our young girls. It is so shameful for a big man with full beard to go and, harass a young girl. Go find a wife. Go find someone else who can suit you. Don't go against the law, because these are our young girls. Learn to respect women in their rights. Yeah. Now, on the story of Miguna, now he's back. What do we really expect now that he's back? Because we have heard him telling us a lot of promises, the way he's going to come and destroy maybe Mr. Raila, because he was speaking out of anger because of the former betrayal he went through and the former deportation. For 4 years he has not been in his homeland. So do you think, what is he supposed now to do? Is he supposed to forgive those who wronged him? Is he supposed to take those cases to the orders about the rights that were violated according to him? Or is he supposed to just chill and, just let bygones be bygones?
Okay, I think this as a result of the lesson that he has learned, because I think it was unlawful to go against the government and have the power to go and what did he do?
He was deported.
No, I think that power to kuapisha.
To swear in.
To say in, to swear in another president. So I think he has learned a lesson.
But I think that was against the law to just boost himself to that capacity of swearing in a person who is not even rightfully allowed to be sweared in.
Yeah, so I think he has learned a lot. So if he's even going to court, I think it should be wise to have good lawyers, because at the same time, even if he has the grudge now with Raila, the same time he had a mistake.
But again, this mistake was also supposed to be on Baba's side. because he's the one who appointed him.
Yeah.
Why was Mr. Raila not accused of these mistakes, but Miguna, who was standing on his behalf, accused and also deported?
You know, this is Kenya. I think, knowing Raila for a long time, he has been in politics. And maybe the law even fears to attack him. That's why they had to have some things on Miguna than going to Raila.
I think that was really unfair to him, and this politics have really showed us some dramas, some funny stories. Because I remember that time when Mr. Raila was being sworn in, I think it was really a dramatic season for Kenyans, a very chaotic season for Kenyans. Because I remember he was like, honestly, if they're going to swear in Uhuru Kenyatta, even us will swear in our people's president. That is Mr. Raila. And that is when now Miguna rose to be the king who was going now to kuapisha this Raila. I think that was just a dramatic season. And seeing the way Mr. Raila has come all through this political journey and still ended up failing in this seat which he has been looking for all these years, I think it's such a sad story for him.
Yeah, it's a sad story, but at the same time, I think Miguna, if he feels like going to court, let him go. But personally, I feel that time has passed. For those things to go again to the court, that is going back. I think we shall now, if we are supporting the current government, let them now work rather than going to court for things that have already passed.
And now that the fact that his traitor lost that position that he really wanted, I believe that is enough revenge for him.
Yeah.
He should be happy.
Yeah, it's enough.
Yeah, because they are the same government that made him go through all that stuff. And now the current government that is in is the one which has allowed him and given him a chance to come back to where he belongs.
Yeah.
So I think he should just leave those stories away and just forgive. Let bygones be bygones. Work with the government that is there, and everything will be all right. Because right now, if you start cases taking them to courts, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wastage of money.
Yeah. Okay. Now we come back to the CS vettings. We have seen. Yesterday was day 3 since the vetting started.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if today vetting is still ongoing because it's Mashujaa Day. But what do you think about this vetting season of these nominees?
I think there was no need of vetting because the ones that were chosen by the president will remain to be the CSs.
Yeah.
I think this is a wastage of time. They should go back to work now. Yeah.
But as much as they're supposed to go back to work, I think because they started the vetting already, they have to finish for those people who have not yet been vetted. Yeah, because I still believe there's some people bado hawajavetiwa. And I honestly, according to me, this vetting thing, it's just a a thing to show Kenyans we have to follow the law. We have to follow the procedure that is there. But again, I believe there is no one who is not going to be appointed, or there is no one who is going to be dropped down. I believe a decision was already done.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because all these people belongs to the government. Even those who are doing the vetting, we have Wetangula there, the Speaker of the National Assembly. I believe him being on the government is already a perfect way for them to be in. I believe there is no one who is going to be dropped down.
Yeah, and another thing that has shocked me a lot, these people, most of them belongs to the Asla Nation, but their network, I don't think they are fun hustlers.
Now, which hustler, for God's sake, is
8 billion?
8 billion, some 500 M, 420 M. Like, all of them are millionaires.
Yes.
And they are hustlers.
So
millionaire hustlers. Let us call them millionaire hustlers.
Man, because it's shocking. I think hustlers are not like that.
Because that thing of net worth, it's also worrying me a lot.
Yeah.
Because if right now I'm watching those things and I see, someone is saying like, I'm only worth 500 million, then I'm in a position to ask myself, what am I worth of? Are you a millionaire yourself?
I think a hustler is a person who has hundreds and maybe thousands.
Yeah.
Because having millions and billions, that is too
So
much.
do you think the name hustler is sarcastic to Kenyans, or is it just a real hustler thing?
Okay, I think I cannot say it's a sarcastic word to Kenyans, but it's maybe a real one because many of the Kenyans are hustlers.
Yeah.
And being there on top, they want to show that they're not.
It is possible
It
to
is.
also rise and be there in
Yeah.
that position.
So I think it's not sarcastic. It's a good one, by the way.
Okay. Okay. Now that is all we had for today. It has been newspaper review with me, Regina Mwangi, and my colleague
Sharon.
Yeah, so follow us on all our social media platforms at Romi TV Africa. Thank you for being with us. Happy Mashuja's Days. See you tomorrow, same time, same place.